Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play SimCity for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. On the last episode, we took care of Boston, the nuclear meltdown in 2010. And now it's time to take a flight to Rio, 2047. This looks like it's the last scenario, doesn't it? So, maybe this game is winding to a close? Question mark? We'll find out today. So let's begin. So, we have 10 years to try to deal with all the flooding in Rio de Janeiro. And it's 2047, and I'm not going to get into a debate about global warming and all that fun stuff. We just have to play a game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pause and let you scan the city a little bit. One of the things we're going to have to worry about in the city is that we've got a lot of coastline here. And flooding is typically going to happen on the coast. At or on the coast anyways. One of the things we can do to prevent flooding is to bulldoze all of these sections here and flatten them out. And that will actually prevent, and you can see there's some zone stacking here that they creatively did. That will actually prevent the floods from ever happening. And if we do that, we'll just have 10 years of waiting around and doing nothing. But that will be kind of boring, and I think we can take care of the floods. There are not going to be that many of them. So, and we got $20,000 and 152,000 people, so I think we can take care of this. It says build another power plant, but I'm not too concerned about that either. You know, we could, actually. What I'm going to do now, this is a little risky, is I'm going to build at least one nuclear power plant. And that'll waste $5,000, but I think we'll be okay. Our tax base should be pretty good since we've got 152,000 people, but just to be safe, I am going to raise the tax to 8%. And fire funding, I'm going to take that down to 1%. That's good. Flooding, we can take care of. We can just kind of isolate everything. Now it's 2047, so I'll have 10 years, so 2057 is when we need to start worrying about this. So, let's wait for the first flood. Yes, pollution. Okay, this is what a flood looks like. I skipped through that. I apologize. Just pause if you have to. This is what the floods look like. And the best way to kind of deal with this is to do this. Just kind of delete everything around the area. And let the floods happen. And I am going to show you one thing, just so we can kind of prevent the floods, not so I'm quasi-cheating, but if we were to bulldoze this, then the floods wouldn't happen here anymore, but on the second thought, I wouldn't mind the flood happening here again, because if it did, well, you know, I think we can handle it. And I'd rather it happen here anyway. So we lost 2 residential zones. So what I'm going to do is for every residential zone we lose, I'm going to build some more residential zones up here. And that'll kind of even things out a bit. And we've got a boatload of traffic here, so that's not good. And we got a zone here that isn't even hooked up with power. Just a vacant lot. Anyway, we've got some pollution over here. I think we can do without some of these coal power plants, but let me check how many zones we've got. We've got 400 zones. The nuclear power plant's going to take care of 200, so we've got 4 coal plants that we really need to take care of the rest. Let me look around for other coal plants, because that's going to be a very high pollution area. We got one other up here. We only need 4 coal plants, so I'm going to delete one of them here. And I'm just going to start putting some residential zones around here, since we lost some residential zones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, I can fix this area up here later. And this is going to be really close to industrial zones, but I think we'll manage. Just to make sure we have some sort of a buffer. And as far as crime and things like that go, I'm going to worry about that when it becomes time to worry about that. And I did a test run, and we're actually going to be okay with this as long as, seems like we need more commercial zones, really. We're actually going to be okay with this as long as, let's put some more commercial zones here. Oh, come on. Give me a second. Said we're going to be okay with this as long as it's close to the police department. So let's take a look at this flood over here. It's starting to get a little worse. Just kind of monitor the floods one by one. I don't think you're ever going to have a flood by its 2 floods at once, that is. So, and you know what? We really don't need so many residential zones. I'm going to convert some of these to commercial. Why is that not connected up? Yeah. I'm not going to worry about zones that are too close to water for now. Alright, good. Let's speed it ahead and watch the flood. Okay, we got another flood warning, so this is what the message is, so I apologize for going through it too quickly. But here's the next flood that we've got to deal with. And of course it takes care of one of our big fat zones. So I'm just gonna bulldoze this whole area. And you know what, I'm gonna bulldoze this over here. That means the flood's not gonna happen here anymore. So, not going to happen here anymore. Yeah, my grammar's correct. We can do this though. I bulldozed the coast by accident, but whatever. We'll be alright. And let me make sure some power's there. Alright, this should work. If it gets flooded again, we'll find out. Okay, let me double check. Everything's looking okay here. Oh, we got plenty of extra seaports. This is too much pollution. We'll deal with that soon enough. Yeah. I think we're gonna be okay. Okay, this is where the flood was. This whole area doesn't have any power anymore. So that takes care of that. There's a lot of seaports around here. I'd rather get rid of them. We've got 2 seaports. I'm gonna get rid of at least 1. And actually the manual, I believe, says about building up the coast, which I think they're trying to hint at bulldozing the coast. But, yeah, I don't know. I at least wanted you to see 1 or 2 floods. Maybe we'll do 1 more. Maybe we'll stop the floods altogether. I don't know yet. We're running low on money. Oh, I got some heavy traffic reported. I can fix that. Watch me go. There doesn't need to be anything there. There we go. There we go. Fix some traffic there. Rio's got some traffic problems. And this flood is still going on here, of course. Sometimes the floods will do that. So yeah, we did have 2 floods at once. And I don't know why this is not connected up with power, but maybe it's not connecting up with that zone. Anyway. I'm going to start bulldozing the coast now. And kind of prove that you can prevent this. So I'm going to do kind of a section at a time here. Because we're now running low on money as well. Okay, we can't do anything about that. We can do this. Alright. I know I said maybe that I wouldn't want to cheat, but I don't think this is cheating, really. As long as I kind of display what the floods do. Whoops. It's that auto disaster thing that's the problem. But as long as I display what the floods do. Oh, come on. I probably should turn that off, but in case I get a flood, I really need to know about it. So, we're gonna live with it. Okay. And crime is going to be a problem as well. But I think that and traffic are going to be the only real problems we'll have to deal with. And I think if you deal with at least the crime and the flooding, people won't care as much. And yeah. Don't know why there's some brownouts here. We should have enough power plants, but if we don't, we don't. Now, as far as other scenarios go, yes, there are going to be other scenarios. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle one of them. And if you know what I'm talking about, maybe you can kind of figure it out. There's going to be a particular scenario which is not going to involve so much coastline, if you know what I mean. But the problem is that with that, is that I've already hit the population goal that I really want to hit on this game, so I don't see any real point in getting my population higher than 610,000. But if we have no water, then we could get it very high, you know. We can't really do anything about that, by the way. So let me know what you think. There we go. It doesn't matter if we bulldoze that railroad track. And there we go. We got 10 years to do nothing in this city. So, great. I'm going to speed it ahead. We shouldn't have any more floods unless I skip the spot by accident. So at least you get to see a flood there. And honestly, if I was playing this by myself, oops, I did skip a spot. I wouldn't, I probably wouldn't have any floods whatsoever because I'd just rather not deal with them. And this is something anybody can do, and I think it's fair enough. So there we go. Let's keep going. Alright, we're gaining money, so that's good. That's one thing about this map, is that you have a good tax base. Let's go to the next month. Alright, now that we have a good tax base, we can actually kind of get rid of the big problems now. Most people aren't thinking we're doing a good job because of crime and taxes, so what I'm going to do is start putting in police departments now that we have the money. Yeah, I'm aware. I clicked on the wrong thing. And really, there are some serious challenges to face in this scenario. There are some challenges that we need to deal with, so we'll figure it out. There's some serious crime up here, so I think we're going to deal with this up here first. I think in my testing I didn't really do too much about the crime. Just kind of let things be. Alright, I am going to check something out here. Let's see the crime rates, and let's see how this helps. Okay, that was pretty good. Alright, now we got this bottom part in here. We got some serious crime down here. So I am going to... Sorry about the slowdown. There's really no point in putting this here. I mean, come on. That's gonna reduce some of the crime, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, that's got some power, I think. Yeah, it does, but just in case it doesn't. One police department ought to cut quite a bit of crime out of there. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to save a lot of police departments for over here. Yeah, no, traffic jam. It seems like most of the traffic problems are only going to be counting against us if we've got to deal with the Burns scenario. Burns is the only scenario that seems to really care about traffic problems. So, alright, let's take a look at the crime now. We've got 10 years to get rid of crime. We can do this. Alright, we got some police departments down here, so let's see what happens. Okay, that's pretty good. Now we got a big red spot in here. Because we got this stupid coal power plant up here, but that's alright. And I'm going to put one up here. And let's see how the crime is. Now. Okay, we're still making money. We're good. Okay, great. And we really have just a couple more spots to put police departments in. So I'm going to put one here. Towards the corner is good, right here. And one more spot. Maybe down in the corner here. Well, let me see what I can do here. Here's a good spot, but here's a better spot down here. And let me think. There's kind of a hole in the police coverage right around here. And that's good enough for me. Okay, let's see how crime is now. And then we'll move on and check the voice. Okay, great. Crime is still bad up here, but it's mostly improved. Let me look at the voice. 46-54. We're slowly getting better. Crime ought to be better in the next year, though. Yeah. Okay, it's 2054. I'm going to take a look at the voice. Traffic is the biggest problem. We can solve that right now, actually. So, we've got plenty of money for this. Traffic is going to be some of the biggest problems that you have to deal with. You can actually look at your map and take a look at the traffic. We can see a lot of zones here that don't need roads, so we can probably get rid of a lot of them. Let's take a look over here. I'm just going to bulldoze some of these zones here. Let's see. Anytime we have a whole bunch of cars milling about the place, we're just going to get rid of them. Alright, I'm going to take a look at the tax screen real quick. We're starting to get kind of a negative cash flow now, but that's alright, because we lower the taxes. We're in January now, so let's take a look at the voice. 56%, I think we'll be okay. It's 55, 2055. I think if we lower the taxes at 2056, we'll be a-okay. Pending there won't be any other disasters. Is there, yeah, there's a whole section without any power here. Probably should have looked at that earlier. Let me make sure this is done. That's okay, they're not gonna fire me for that. Okay, that should work. Yeah, make sure this is sped up, and that should work. Okay, let's take a look at the voice again. One more year. 52 taxes are the worst, so guess what? We get rid of the taxes, they're gonna love us. Even though they're gonna want us back, you know. 4% is usually good, but let's do 3% for now. I don't want to run out of money, so 4% is good. I think we'll be okay. And let's see what happens. Okay, there we go. We cleared the scenario. Easy peasy, easy peasy. I'll make an edit or two in this video, by the way, but that's how you beat Rio. So, now that we've done that, we've got all 6 of these scenarios done, and if you read the message, you can look at these 2 scenarios too. Free land is already available, and so is Las Vegas, but which one are we going to do next? Well, we'll obviously do Las Vegas next. And then I'll maybe do an extra video for free land, or maybe tag along that. So there's probably only going to be 1 or 2 videos unless somebody wants to see additional stuff. So thanks again for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye.